anyway, so it doesn't matter. Anyway, it's one thing to say that you believe in a God or gods or whatever, but I'm saying to you, it's another thing when you say, I'm going to put my trust in. Like your friend there, you jumped. What if you said, I can't take your weight? Trust me, I can. Right? Now, putting one's trust in Jesus Christ means trusting in what he's done. What did he actually do? That's right. And that's only half of it, though. The first thing he did is he lived a perfect life here on this earth, which is not easy.
I believe he was literally God the Father manifest in the flesh. That's what I believe.
Well, he's not God the Father manifested in the flesh. Otherwise, you'd have God changing from being the Father to the Son to the Holy Spirit. That's modalism, which is a kind of a heresy. But he is. There are three distinct persons of the Godhead. Yeah. So, getting back to the point, right? If one says, what did Jesus do? He came and lived on this earth a life of perfection. He didn't sin. He never broke God's laws. Yet he was willing to go to the cross. What? What?
God, not Jesus' father.
His Father in heaven, as in God the Father, yes.
Are you posting that?
I'm not doing anything at the moment.
No, but like, will you?
Oh, I could do if it's on my YouTube channel.
What's your YouTube channel?
You can look up Living Rock Church Killarney. Living Rock Church Killarney, yeah. We have a church here in Killarney, you see. We meet in the Mon School, just so you'll know.
I'll have to come up. Write it down.
No, not everything makes it onto a YouTube. There's Michael Healy Ray. Do you think he'll make it onto our YouTube channel?
Oh my god! It's just weird. You know,
Yeah?
you know Michael over there.
Yeah, he actually came to our church for the opening day when we did a dedication kind of opening day. Well, you know, everyone has their likes and dislikes, you know, I suppose. Right. I encourage you to go and read the Word of God and discover what the gospel actually is. And the gospel is the good news of Jesus Christ willingly sacrificed his life to save sinners like me. Okay? Now, if you fall into that category and you say, what about me? I'm a sinner. I'm a sinner. Did he die for me? Well, you have to come to the place where you recognize I need him. I need him. Because otherwise, I'm going to face God myself on Judgment Day, and it's not looking good. Understand?
We'll read that soon.
Take that one away with you if you wish. Are you sisters?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then you have one between two.
Yeah.
There you go.
Thank you.
What's your own name again?
I've actually been a born again Christian.
You've been.
Since
Well-
2021, but I went on the street.
Yeah.
So I found out something, right? So when you become, when you finally inhibit the Holy Spirit within you, devil forces come all around you, and I'm actually a very weak person. So
Okay. Well, you know what? If the scripture said in Philippians chapter 1, he who has begun a good work in you will perform it until the day of Jesus Christ. So I don't believe that persons can be saved one day and lost the next. I believe they can go through hard times and God can lift them out of the mire again. Like you said, the prodigal son, he can pick up a prodigal.
Can I ask another question?
Yeah.
I think if it's wrong, like I believe something in my head, right? So like I believe like most of the people that make this music are Satan. Like if they're Satan's probably I don't believe in them. But you think if it's okay, if you have a thought in your head, you can overturn their cards and use it for good and worship for that.
Why not? God does it all the time. He does that sort of thing all the time. That verse in Genesis chapter 50, verse 20, what you plan for evil, God was planning for good. See? God can turn anything around. So, I usually go to Tralee on a Saturday afternoon, but today I thought, I yeah, say hi to the camera.
Hi guys, Jesus is king.
Oh, there you go. All right. Well, trying to get people's attention is the hardest part of evangelizing. Just to get people to stop. You know, like when they're crossing the road, stop, look, and listen, because then you can engage in conversation. You could stand there. Hello, Yulia. Hello. How are you? Haven't seen this girl in a while for one reason or another. Ukrainian. Yeah. So it's one of the most popular things to do is preach at people. You know, big horn, just blowing away, preaching at people. But it's another thing engaging in conversation, like saying, "Well, what do you think about this?" And let's have sort of a, a two-way flow conversation. And that's not easy to do, but that's why these are here to get to get people to kind of stop, look, and listen. You see, these are quizzes, like kind of quizzes, like these guys here. I don't know if you can read this or not, but you can have a go. Huh? What? What did he say? Oh well. Now you never know. These guys here might be willing to participate. You just never know who's going to step right up. Oh, the rapture. I'm not 100% sure. End time stuff is not easy. And the best thing we can do is always be ready in case we're wrong. But you can't be always looking at the news and saying, oh, look at this, oh, look at that. Because they seem to get it wrong a lot of times. People get it wrong. And especially so-called prophecy experts who think they know the end time stuff, they make a lot of mistakes. I mean, some of the cults, such as Jehovah's Witnesses, they have predicted the end of the world 8 times.
They even called Michael or something.
Michael the Archangel.
Oh, he was the Archangel.
Yeah.
Actually, I have another question about recent, very curious. I know, like after Lucifer fell,
yeah,
he was the fallen Archangel. Just four, there's just Raphael, Michael, Gabriel, and I can't remember the fourth.
Well, there's only 2 names that are mentioned in the Bible, and it doesn't specifically say what their role are. I think Michael and Gabriel are the only 2 mentioned.
Yeah.
Okay? Whether they're archangels, whether Satan was an archangel or not, all it means is that there seems to be some rank among the angels, but at least we know one thing: he has fallen. Let's see if we can get these guys to engage in a questionnaire. Oh, you scared? Oh, okay. Well,
was Raphael not an archangel?
Who?
Raphael, archangel.
Raphael.
Was he an archangel?
I think that's the Ninja Turtles.
Oh, is it?
I think that's where we get that idea from, but I don't know if there's any biblical basis for it, At least I've read the Bible through and through. I never saw the name Raphael, Michelangelo, or anything like that. But Michael and Gabriel are mentioned, and that's about all we're told.
So the image of the angels, we're made in the image of Christ. The fingers were made like him.
We're not told, but they look very human when they appear. Because first of all, we're told that be careful when you're entertaining strangers. You could be entertaining angels unaware. And also, yeah, and then in the Old Testament, Abraham was met by 3 men came to him. Well, one of them was clearly the Lord himself. The other 2 were clearly angels, because they went on from where they met him on to Sodom and Gomorrah to bring destruction on Sodom and Gomorrah. But it says 3 men, and he didn't know that they were messengers or because the word angel is messenger, and all it means is what they do. It doesn't tell you what they look like or anything. This idea of them having wings, made up. The only angels of the class of angel that would have wings are seraphim and cherubim. So there are 3 angels, and there's seraphim and cherubim.
What was Satan? Is he like wings?
And covering cherub, I believe. So he could have had, 6 wings. We just don't know for sure.
He could have had 6 wings.
Yeah.
We know that's the number of evil. Because that becomes the way we learn that becomes before the number 7. And what I learned, number 7 is the number of perfection.
Yeah, but the thing is that the angels that were around God's throne in Isaiah chapter 6, they were crying out, holy, holy, holy. And they had 6 wings. With 2 they covered their face, with 2 they covered their feet, and with 2 they flew. So the number 6 doesn't necessarily mean anything in that instance, other than that's happens to be the number of wings they had. So we don't want to read too much into this stuff either, because it might be misleading us then as well. So a lot of people here today in Killarney for some reason. Hey, girls, you want to do the test? You can stand right there and answer a question. Look at that there. What do you read? What do you see there, first of all, in that picture? Huh? A woman. Just a woman. Is that your sister?
It's my friend.
Okay, look. It says there, how many women do you see? Or how many ladies do you see? Right? So there's more than one. Can you see only one?
Yeah.
All right. Is she young or old?
Young.
All right. So there is an old woman there as well. Look for her. In the meantime, what does that say?
God is nowhere.
Are you sure it says that? Because some people read it differently than
God
you.
is now here.
Ah, which one do you think it is?
The second one.
Right. Why is that?
I don't know.
Huh?
Don't know.
Is it because you believe that God is everywhere present? Okay. Well, the reason why I put that out there is because some people accused me of being an atheist, and I said, "Well, I'm not saying anything. I'm just letting you read it, you know. And if you think that there's no God, then we can talk about that. And if you think that there or believe that there is a God who's everywhere present, what does it mean though to be everywhere present? Could you call to God no matter where you are in the whole world?
Can I see?
Can you pray anywhere?
Yeah.
Right. Does God say, no, 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 only in churches, only in churches? Like there's some Bibles, you know, in some churches it says, and on the Bible it says this, appointed to be read in churches. Like, well, you can't read your Bible anywhere else, but it has to be read in church. And prayer, can you pray to God anywhere? Right. Because I was in Tralee last week, and you know what they told me? These two girls about your age. They said, well, if you go to Medjugorje, God really answers prayer there. Or if you go up to the Catholic Church up the road, God really, really answers prayer there. I said, really? So you mean to say he's saying you have to go there? You can't be here. You have to be there? That don't make sense, right? Do you pray at all yourself?
Yeah.
What kind of things would you pray?
Just like that everyone is okay and
That everyone's okay? How's that working out?
it's good, yeah.
The whole world, or just friends?
Everyone, yeah.
Well, it's not really that way in the whole world, though, is it?
But not every place.
Well, so you're praying mostly for your family members, is it?
And just like for people to not be like sick.
Well, that's a nice thing to pray.
Can I take a leaf?
Sure, you can.
Thanks.
And are you going to offer these people ice cream?
Potentially. Do you want some? What's yours? Yeah. So this is Digger's. Hey, do you want some?
No, I'm fine. I thought you were coming over because you thought my throat was getting dry or something.
No, my goodness, no. Thank you.
Okay, so here's my deal. I'm trying to get people closer to the idea of praying to God personally and to have a personal relationship with the God of the Bible and with Christ, with Jesus Christ. Because it's always like just some unknown person there that they don't really know. And yet one day we're all going to meet God, right? Are you getting tired of listening? Okay, no problem. I'm not here to take your time. But if you have any questions, you may ask. Here come two young men. Wonder who they are. Hello? Okay, now we're going to ask some questions. Where are you at spiritually? You don't know?
Jesus Christ is one God, one individual between man and God, and it's the Son Jesus.
Yeah. Now he's got some of the facts right there. In fact, everything he said is true, right? Okay. Now, where the question is, last time I spoke to you, where were you at? You were. I know. I don't mean like physically. Where were you at?
Exploring.
Exploring what?
Well, what I was growing up with, and
Yeah.
what I'm trying to explore more.
Right. So, big question would be this: if you died today,
Yeah.
where would you be with God, etc.?
Kingdom of heaven.
Why would that be?
Strong faith in my heart that Jesus died for our sins.
So you believe Jesus died for your sins,
Yeah.
and you're saying all of my sin has been placed upon him,
Yeah.
right? But there's something else happened in exchange. Didn't I tell you that as well?
Yeah.
What else happened? Not only was your sin then transferred to Jesus Christ, but what was transferred to you?
Demon spirits.
Oh no. From Jesus to him would have been his goodness.
Spirit of Jezebel.
Which means that if you were to stand before God and he says, well, why should I let you into heaven? And you could say, well, if you were right about this, you would say, well, on the one hand, I'm not guilty any longer because Jesus took my guilt. But on the other hand, I'm righteous in God's sight because I have Christ's righteousness. imparted to me. Just like, say, for example, I mentioned about the money. You have nothing in your bank account, zero. And all of a sudden, someone revolutes you or sends you money, right? And you go, "Ooh, I have got something here,"
That's the lead
right?
you want. So you go back into Satan's system. You go back to the sin
Yeah, but I'm not talking about money. I'm not talking about money in that sense. I'm talking about where Christ puts into our spiritual bank account, okay, righteousness, 100% righteousness. Otherwise, there's a lot of self-righteous people, as you know, do-gooders, religious people who think, I think I'm all right. I'll try my best. I might not be the best person in the world. I'm not the worst person in the world, but sure, I'm hoping that everything's going to be okay. And at the end of the day, they're still trusting in themselves. I think I'm a pretty good person. Whereas the Christian, the true Christian says, I'm not putting my trust in myself. I have my, like, do you know what gamblers say? And this is not to say gambling is good or anything, right?
It isn't because
I,
do you remember
I know.
when Jesus died across the
Yeah,
road with gambling?
that's right. But they were,
That's why gambling is a sin, no massive curse.
well, the reason why I'm saying that as an analogy, right, is because in poker terms, people say, I'm all in, right? I've nothing else to offer but everything I have, okay? And I'm trusting 100% in what Jesus Christ has done for me. That's what a Christian says. See? And then, of course, they must back up that living by a lifestyle that is changed. You wouldn't say, "Oh, I'm a believer in Jesus Christ. Which bank will I rob next?" Right? Obviously, that wouldn't happen. But there'll be change. If you were one who was known, yeah.
Jesus feels sorry for a massive sinner spread against him. If you rob from them,
If what?
you know, if you rob from someone that already works for Satan,
Yeah.
I think that's a good work.
Oh,
Take it
there's.
from them.
It's not a. It's. It could be, but I wouldn't want to be standing before God and saying, "Well, I did a good work. I stole from the rich and give to the poor," or something like that. You know. How's the phone getting on? Getting fixed. Is it fixed now? Right. You go up there and tell me how you get on. Okay. All right.
Thank you.
What? I didn't quite get that. What is it? Well, how's it going? It's been a while. Oh, pity that wasn't recorded now. Hmm.
God is nowhere.
Hey, that's not what it says. Well, it might say that depending who you talk to. What?
Go this now where?
Oh, come on, that's not even English.
How many ladies can you see?
One,
I
two,
don't know.
three, four, five.
Very good.
One, six, there's two. I see one. I see two.
Seven.
Huh?
Nine.
Is it like an interview?
Yeah, I'm kind of doing interviews with people.
Can we please do it?
Well, first of all, let me see. I'm trying to see if this would work or not.
This is class.
This is so cool.
It doesn't always work for some reason.
I used to have
No, I mean not there's fine over there, but it's
I
just sometimes I'm trying to get this one.
It's going to go on TikTok.
I don't do TikTok. I do have a YouTube channel.
What's your
What's
YouTube
your
channel?
Well, if you were to look up Living Rock Church Killarney, you might find it.
Oh,
Search it on guys.
we need to find it now, lads.
We're gonna subscribe.
We're gonna subscribe.
Yeah.
Well,
You
it's
should do TikTok.
hardly up here. So I know, but it takes a lot of work.
No, this is actually class.
This is so good.
Wait, what is it called?
Living Rock Church Killarney.
Living. Wait, Living
Rock Church Killarney.
Rock.
This is weird.
Which one?
Top one.
Subscribe! I've subscribed to you now.
Well,
We will make you viral.
all right. Well, first of all, do you not see what it says there on the thing?
Yeah.
Is it
What does it say?
It says
God is
there's
nowhere?
nowhere.
It could say that. Some people read it like that.
Maybe it's upside down. I think God is nowhere.
It's backwards.
Well, does it? So you could see God is nowhere, right?
Good design nowhere.
Uh, what?
God is nowhere. Wait, no.
God is now where?
God is now here.
Ah, now we're getting somewhere.
That's I just like.
There we go. That's working now, I think.
Yay.
God is
Can I hold the mic?
nowhere.
Well, I'm trying to get it to work first. Oh.
Now God is now here.
Now I can see it so clearly.
Yeah, no. There's several tests there, actually.
I see.
1 second. So with this, you can say, start recording.
I love this.
Didn't work. Anyway, so
Is it recording?
yeah. So stand back a second. Now you saw that one there. Now if I was to turn to this one here, let's see how you get on with this one. What do you read there?
Bird is in the house.
Da da. So you got a bit of a stutter, right? Oh, sorry. Yes. Yes.
Bird in the house.
Very good. See, some people see the ahs and some people don't. And the ba da da. Yeah. Okay, next one, and this will take you all day because not a lot of people are good at maths, so we'll just see.
1,040, 2,050, 3,000 and 40 and 90 and 10 more. 4,000.
Oh, very good. That's the most common wrong answer.
5,000.
What? Hey, this is not multiple guess.
Maybe it's like one.
It's not multiple guess. You know that.
Maybe it's like 1,001, like one.
All right. So here's what your problem is. You're not counting, are you? You're guessing. What is 1,000 plus 40? Okay. Now add another 1,000. Correct. Now add 10. Correct. 1,000 more.
3,050.
Yeah. And then add 40.
3,090.
Correct. So far, so good. 3,090 plus 10.
4,000.
Since when?
Wait, what? 3,100.
Yes.
She said it's 90. Like it's not.
90 plus 10 is. 90 plus 10 is what? So 3,090 plus 10 is?
Oh my god, it's not we're in thousands, not hundreds.
We have been
Mm-hmm.
to school for a while.
Yes, see, people make mistakes. And that's why the guy who invented the pencil put a rubber on the other end of it because he knew people have to rub out their mistakes. And, okay, yeah, there's more, but I have a very important one. No, I'll skip that one because that's too hard. It's too hard. Okay. Now, while you're doing that,
How many X are in the box? Count them once. Do not look back and count them again. 1, 2, Just two.
Tree.
Yes, three. Okay, three. Yeah, so it's three. Yeah, yeah. So it's three. Just say three. Yeah.
Tree.
Yeah, yeah. You're all wrong. Stand back. Stand back.
Oh, 4.
No, not these ones.
Oh.
No, inside that bubbly yellow line.
What should some be like?
So it says finished. Files are the results of years of scientific study combined with
What's a
experience of
file?
years. How many F's are there? How many F's are there? There are 6.
6.
Yeah, and I know which ones you probably missed. I would say you missed that one, and that one, and that one. Am I right? Am I right? All right. Now, here's another big question. Someone can hold this book with the microphones on it.
Hello.
It might come in handy. Who
Hello.
knows? Now, I don't know if you read what's on my T-shirt.
Sorry, no, me too.
I don't know if you read what's on the T-shirt.
I, he,
The.
T, hello.
No, T, he.
Theology matters. Okay, that's what it says.
Okay.
Now, if
I
you
was
have
wrong
you,
about that.
you might see this sort of thing at the opticians.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when's the last time you had your eyes tested?
3 years ago.
Okay, we're going to do an eye test on the street. Ready? What do you see as being the difference between these two cards?
Green is bigger.
What?
Green is taller.
Green is bigger. The green one is bigger.
Colors.
They're different colors, yes. And the green is bigger, yeah.
Yeah.
But if I was to say that blah, 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 what would happen then?
Ah, that.
So change from being small to big.
What the hell? Go back again. Go back again.
They're actually the same size.
They are
Different
exactly.
angles.
I'm not holding a different angle. I'm just. I mean, it doesn't matter what way. It's just basically what you call an optical illusion. Okay.
Oh.
Optical illusion. In fact, I have it in Spanish here on the back. La venta ambas tarjetas con la curva hacia el lado derecho.
It's like a magic spell.
So if anyone
Yeah.
speaks Spanish,
Spell.
what?
No.
You're all Irish, are you?
Gracias.
What?
Gracias.
Gracias.
Me llamo
Who are you
Emily.
calling gracias?
Talon Gwil get a gum.
Okay. All right. So my question is this: supposing someone offered you money for one of your eyes, would you take like a let's say 10,000 euro for one of your eyes?
No.
You wouldn't? No?
No.
Even if you couldn't feel it and that you wouldn't, there'd be no pain. You wouldn't? No.
No.
What about 100,000? Come on,
No.
100,000. No. No pain.
No.
No.
All right. How much would you sell an eye for? Not an iPhone. An iPhone.
An eye is definitely like a euro, but.
All right. What about both eyes for 100 billion?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Now you're not going to see the money.
What?
Yeah, you're not gonna be able to see the money.
So
They could be
You have
giving
to
you
take
like.
our word for it. They'll
You
rob you
could
blind.
be getting like 1 cent, and you actually
Yeah.
think
you
it's
don't
like.
know.
Okay, so here's the deal. You value your eyes, don't you?
Yeah.
Now, if you value your eyes so much, which you do, have you ever heard the expression, the eyes are the windows of the soul?
Never have heard of
Never heard that before? The eyes are the windows of the soul. Okay. Well, it means that if you value your eyes, my question is, then how much value do you place upon your soul?
My soul.
What is your soul?
My heart.
It's
My
that-
life.
An immaterial part of you, a spiritual part of you that lives on after you die?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, how much value do you place upon it?
No, because you won't even. Like,
It's
if you
non-priceable.
get money, you won't like. If they get rid of your soul, you won't be able to like.
Okay, so I'm asking how much value do you place upon it? Is it worthless or priceless?
Priceless.
Okay, let's see if that's true then. Okay? Because if you're concerned about your soul, then my follow-up question is this. Are you ready for it? What do
Yeah.
you think is going to happen to you when you die?
You
Now,
If you go to another
you.
soul-
What about yourself?
Your soul.
your soul goes to another soul.
Yeah.
And I become Ruby.
So you don't really know?
No, if I die, I become
Well,
someone else.
You
like.
become a what? A plant?
No, someone else, baby.
You become someone else?
Yeah.
What if they said, I don't want to be you. I want to be myself.
I know, but say like you died.
You don't remember.
The two people that died at the same time, they come each other.
Okay, so there's a lot of unknowns there. It doesn't seem that anyone seem to really know. But I'll tell you what, I, of course, base a lot of things on the Bible, okay? And I'm sure you're familiar with the Bible, right?
Yeah.
And you know what it says there? It is appointed unto men and women to die just the one time. And after this, there will be a judgment.
you become
So that's
the
what's
worst of
so the first the first thing's going to happen to you or I is this: we're going to have to face God, the judge. And the question then is, how do you think you're going to do when you face this judge? If he says, have you obeyed all my laws? Have you kept all my commands? Have you ever done anything wrong in your life, for example? Any wrongdoing? You may say, well, I've been pretty good, actually. But we all
have,
fall short
actually.
of God's standards. That's the problem. And therefore, if we were to stand before God as the judge, we would stand before God as guilty. Right? Because you know what we are at the end of the day? Little rebels against God. Don't you tell me how to live my life. That's basically it. And you know what's going to happen? We're going to face the judgment of God. If we have not got right with God, we're going to face the judgment of God. And that's why you're holding in your hand the Gospel of John, which is just one sample from the Bible of how you can get to know the God of the Bible, but find out what Jesus Christ has done, how he gave his life, so that we wouldn't have to face the judgment of God, but could be freed from it. Okay? So, if anyone wants a copy of this, I can give it to you free of charge.
I'm
It's
fine,
there.
thank you.
I'm okay, thank you.
Well, that's okay. But can I have that from you? There you go. Because this has got on it 7 steps. There may only be 1 step, but there's someone who's put down 7 steps how you can get to know God. Now, I think these people want to see these signs here. We're going to have to let you. You can go now if you wish. You got an answer there? You got an answer to this question? Did you hear that? Is he right or wrong? Is he right or wrong?
Did we read it wrong?
Well, I'd say you read it right, but you got the answer wrong. Am I right? It depends where your background's from. Are you from this country?
Yeah.
Okay, so you
3,000.
good English, Mavs?
3,000.
3,000. Well, that's getting worse.
I don't know. I would have said
Look,
4,000.
what is 1,000 plus 40?
1,040.
Correct. So far, so good. Now add another 1,000.
2,040.
All right. Now add 10.
2,050.
Correct. Okay. Now add 1,000 more.
3,000.
So far, so good. Now add 40.
4,000.
3,090. Nothing. And this can't get. It's so easy from this point on.
Now add 10 more.
3,090 plus 10.
3,100.
Ah. So where'd you get the 4,000 from?
No.
3,000 what?
3,000.
Now think about it. What is 90 plus 10? Come
You're
on.
saying that is
Right. So what is 3,090 plus 10?
3,090 plus 10.
Not that hard.
Oh. I'm done with you. Bye.
Well,
Why did you take me?
you can answer these questions. Yeah? What do you want? What do you think? Any good at maths? No. Okay, then how about observation or reading? Good at reading? Do you want to tell me what it says in the 3 triangles?
Paris in the spring, bird in the hand, once in a lifetime.
No, that's not bad, but that is not right. Where did you go wrong? Read what's in each of the triangles. How's that?
Paris in the spring, bird in the hand, once in a lifetime.
Yeah, do you see where she went wrong?
In
Yeah, so Paris in the spring, bird in the hand, once in a lifetime. Hey, how about that one? What do you see there? What do you see there? One woman. Would she be young or old?
young.
Okay, so there is another, but you can't see her.
Is it her?
Huh?
Is it her?
No. Look, you can't see an old woman there. You can see just a young woman. Okay, what about this? If I was to go with my hand, look at here. Do you see an older face there? Like an old woman? Do you see an old woman? Do you see a chin? Do you see a chin at all?
Yeah.
And a mouth?
Yeah.
and a nose, and an eye. Do you see it?
Yeah.
Okay. Some people, they don't see things until you explain them a bit better or show them. Okay. What's the other one? I had another one somewhere. One more. Okay. One more. I'll not do the Mavs one, right? Because that's a hard one. And I'm taking it. You're still at school. Okay. So what do you read there?
God is nowhere.
What?
God is nowhere.
Well, now not everyone reads it like that. You understand? Some people read it as God is now here. So the question would be, which one of those two would you more likely side with? Would you say, oh, I actually believe that God is nowhere, or God is now here? What do you think?
God is now here.
Why is that? Is God right here, right now? Huh?
No.
No, why not?
Because he's up in heaven.
So he's just in heaven, and a little, like heaven must be a big place, but where? Like, is it a certain address in heaven, like beyond some star? Is it like, is it a planet?
I don't know. In the sky.
Just some guy in the sky. So he couldn't be here if he's there. He can't be in two places at once. Is that what you're saying? Like, we're talking about God here, right? So God's sort of like, he stays in one place and he's not here. Well, let me tell you something. A lot of people believe in God, but the God that most people believe in is actually unlimited by time and space. So, in other words, omnipresent, everywhere present, right? Doesn't have to be here or there. He's everywhere. And then the other thing is God is omniscient, right? Which means God is all knowing. There's nothing he doesn't know. And what else? God is omnipotent. God is all powerful. All the power. He has all power. Okay? What do you think of that? Is that true? So not, oh, God's way up in a wee tiny place called there in the sky called heaven. Everywhere, right? And did you know that God created this world? And then, although it's got a lot of bad stuff in this world, right? Sickness, disease, wicked people, cruelty, bad stuff, right? Floods, volcanoes, right? Well, what about God Himself stepping into the world that He created, taking on human form? What would that look like? What would that look like? It would be God in the flesh. And do you know who that person is who's God in the flesh? No? Jesus Christ. You've heard of Jesus, haven't you?
Yeah.
You know, when he was born, they said his name is Emmanuel, God with us. You didn't know that? You haven't been reading the Bible. Well, listen, I'm only trying to point people to get to read some bits of the Bible if you've never read anything before. Have you ever read anything before? Yeah. Do you read the Bible at all at home? No. Would you like to read some more of it? I mean, just on your own, like not no pressure. I'm just saying, do you want to read on your own? I'm giving away these copies of the Gospel of John. If anyone wants one, do you want one? You can take one. Do you want one as well? You can take it. What you do is you read that, and if someone ever asks you, "Have you ever read anything from the Bible before?" you would say, "I have. I read a small bit, only the Gospel of John, but it's still, it's part of the Bible." All right. So thanks for stopping.
Thank you.
All right. Bye. Boys are back in town.
How are you? Long time no see.
Yeah, it's been a while.
How are
Where,
you keeping?
where you guys been? You're not. You're Polish, are you?
Lithuanian, yeah.
Oh, la baigare.
Labai gerai, viskas normal.